What does the Bible say about nose rings? Can a Christian have a nose ring? I'm sure you've grew up or you've always observed that through the ages that having a nose ring or people with nose rings always been observed as, maybe if it's a lady, maybe she's a slut or a whore, or she's so freaky and all. And men with nose rings, maybe they're savages, they do drugs and all that. But in reality, what does God say about it? Is it really a bad thing? Because if now a Christian was to have a nose ring, I'm sure most people would never think of them as a real Christian. But really, what does God say about it? Let's just go straight to the word of God. It is going to help you see what I'm talking about. We'll give you the answer, starting with Genesis. This in chapter 24, verse 22. This is a story of when Abraham was trying to get Isaac a wife. He sent his servant. So if you want to understand exactly what was going on, read the whole chapter. But here I just want you to note something. Verse 22 of chapter 24, it says, it was when the camels had finished drinking that the man took a golden nose ring. Do you get that? He took a golden nose ring. Okay. So going down also to go to verse 30 of the same chapter, it says, so it came to pass when he saw the nose ring and the bracelets on his sister's wrist, blah blah blah. Okay, now in Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 12, the NIV version, here God was trying to describe his affection towards Israel, and as a result he described it as such. And I put a ring on your nose, earrings on your ears, and a beautiful crown on your head. Did you get that? And I put a ring on your nose. Meaning back then, having nose rings was a way of slaying, was a dressing code, just like they described a crown and earrings. So even back then, an earring was used when you want to slay and all. A crown, you would also have to put an nose ring. It was also allowed, meaning all in all, a nose ring is not a bad thing. Don't look at people having nose ring and think that maybe a lady is a slut or a man is a drug dealer. No. But unfortunately, where it came to this is because most people who were found to have such nose rings, you find that maybe it's a drug dealer or he does drugs, or the lady having such, she's a slut or she's a whore or she's a savage, whatever you can describe. And people ended up observing people who have such as being bad people. But in reality, that's not the case. Just like a video I made about slay kings and queens, the dresses that you wear, that when the moment you put on something that you know is not a sin, but you know that most people observe you in another way, just make sure you keep your character in check if you're a Christian, so that people, when they begin judging you based on what you're wearing, they find that in reality you might be dressed like that, you might have dyed your hair, whatever people might think makes you look like a bad person, so that they get to realize that no, as for you, you're an exception. Just like nose rings. I'll put that video if you've never watched it, you never checked it out, you can watch it. So yes, nose rings are not a bad thing, just that now people have made it to look bad. Like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share this video, and as for me, Ishmael N, we'll see you next time. Subscribe.